morning, everyone. Happy Wednesday and welcome to Wake Up Legendary. I am your host, like I am every Wednesday. It's the morning Dave has off. My name's Joanne. I'm the marketing director here with Legendary Marketer. And before we bring you today's guest, which I'm really excited for you to hear about because we're going to dive into Instagram strategy today for sure. I was checking out everything that she sent us. I was checking out her IG account. We're diving in deep into IG strategy for sure. So go grab your pen and paper because I know there's going to be things to write down after this one. But before we bring her on, if you are new to watching the show and you would like to get a text message every morning when we go live so you never miss a live episode, text the letters WUL to 813-296-8553. Don't text anything else with it, otherwise you won't get enrolled in the text messages. Not please enroll WUL. Just text the letters WUL and that's it, and hit send for me, okay? And if you want any of our cool merch, just like this shirt, you can go grab it online at belegendary.shop. Go check out all of our merch that's at that URL, belegendary.shop, and grab your shirt, your sweatshirts, hats, coffee mugs, even phone cases and beach towels are on there. So go check it out. Grab anything that you want with our Be Legendary logo. All right. Without further ado, please bring on, we'll see if it's Brianna or Brianna, because I forgot to ask her. Welcome to the show. Or are we going by Bri?
It's Brianna, but yeah, I guess online they say Bri. I call myself Bri.
All right, Brianna. Well, welcome. We're
Hi.
so excited to chat with you this morning. Tell us your background. You've tried a few things in the past, a little bit, right? So give us your story, where you came from, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so it was kind of back in college originally. I didn't have a job, so I was kind of finding ways that I could make money somehow without getting a full-time job while being in college. And I originally came across this girl actually on YouTube. That was like the first time I'd ever heard about making money online. She strictly made side hustle videos. And they were super in depth, like 30 minutes long, 20 minutes long.
Wow.
And that's where it started. And so I kind of went the Etsy route, and I had like an Etsy shop. I had like 2 digital products, and then I had a physical product that I actually made. Didn't see or sell a single physical product ever. I sold a couple digital products. I did like wedding invitations and like baby shower invitations that you could download. So that's where I started, but it didn't really work out. So I kind of stopped doing that. And then further down the line, just last year, my husband and I got a dog, and this will all make sense.
Yep.
So we got a dog, and we're like, okay, we're going to create an Instagram account for him, and we're going to like make him famous. Like, we're going to post reels about him. He's super cute. So he has his own Instagram account, and he actually went viral. So one of his videos went viral, and he started blowing up. And when he blew up, we had companies that were DMing us, like saying, hey, we saw your dog's video. Can we send you some of our products so you guys can like post about it? Like, just post a story or a reel, just mention our name in return for free products. And that was really cool. We're like, wow, I mean, could we make money off of our dog? Like, literally just posting videos of our dog. And that was like the first time that I had ever personally experienced affiliate marketing and known a little bit like, oh, I could do this myself, even though, you know, I'm not showing myself and I don't have a large following or anything. And so it was the first time I had ever heard about it. And then we kind of did a little bit of that. Fast forward even more. The biggest reason why I started doing this is my husband's in medical school. And this is his last year of the program that he's in. And we knew that the last 6 months of his program, he was going to be in clinicals. So basically working full time, but not getting paid. So he's not getting paid, but he's working a full-time job. We knew he was going to have to end up quitting his job that he had currently, which meant either we're going to pull out of our savings every single month, or I needed to get a second job. I'm really big with money. I'm a saver. I was like, I'm absolutely not taking money of our savings.
Right.
So I was like, I'm just going to get a second job. Like, that's what I'll do. It's fine. And I didn't really think anything of it. I wasn't actively trying to find something online to make us money. Like, I was definitely just set, okay, I'll just get a second job starting in March. So come around December of last year, I saw a girl on Instagram posting. I can't remember if she was even posting about affiliate marketing or if it was just like a side hustle video again. But it really piqued my interest, and I immediately followed her. Maybe a week later, got onto her email list, started seeing more videos of her talking about affiliate marketing specifically. And I was like, oh, that's very similar to what we were kind of trying to do on my dog's Instagram page. And so I kind of just went with it. Like a few weeks later, about a month later, I was like, you know what, start of January, it's the fresh new year. I'm going to go all in. And I'm going to take the course. I don't care whatever ends up happening. I'm just going to see. And I said, starting January up until March, when he went into clinicals, I'm going to see what happens. This could either make us money and I don't have to get a second job, or maybe it doesn't happen and it doesn't work out well and I'll just get another job. And it's worked out well.
Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. We unpacked a lot there. Let's go back. We got the dog Instagram page.
Yeah.
What did you learn when you focused on learning skills, getting some education behind you? What did you learn you could have done differently with that page earlier on?
Right. I think the biggest thing is, like, obviously when you have a bunch of people reaching out to you in companies, you want to do everything, right? And that's the biggest thing, is you got to just take it one step at a time. But obviously if you don't have any training or anyone telling you how to do this properly, you're not going to know. So looking back, I would have kind of scaled it back a little bit and just started maybe like researching into those companies first and seeing like, oh, okay, maybe we should go this route or this route. And then of course with his page in general, like I was just doing this for fun, so I didn't know, oh, there's posting times, or, hey, you should be engaging with the people that comment on your posts, or you should post to your stories, repost things, all that stuff. I didn't know any of that.
Right. Or get a commission as an affiliate for that product.
Oh yeah. Everything was free. Got nothing.
And building a list of all of the dog lovers so you can market in the email to all of them.
Yes. Yeah.
Instead of always starting over and hoping a video just helps that, like you got one dog toy probably, or food to benefit that other company when you could have gotten a commission.
Right. Yep.
Or a coupon code, or, something like that provides more monetization to you, your page, the dog, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So were you on Instagram before? Like you felt like that was your platform, or did you dive into it?
Yeah, I have my own personal Instagram page. I've had one since basically the day that Instagram came out. I've never had TikTok. I didn't have TikTok until now. But yeah, Instagram has always been my go-to. I didn't start creating reels or knowing how to do that until I started my dog's Instagram page. But even that helped out a lot because I had already known how to edit things and how to post reels and whatnot. But Instagram's definitely my jazz. That's where I start. Yeah.
Okay. So you start a brand new page. What is how did you plan your content in the first 3 weeks of going?
I definitely think I just followed what I saw other people doing and like their most successful videos, if I'm being honest. I didn't really put any spin on it. I was very scared to show any type of personality. I was like, script it, stick to the script, A lot of videos I was scared to talk in because I was like, I sound so weird. I sound so uncomfortable. And I didn't have any, specific posting times. It was all just trial and error from the start. And that's what I always tell people, like, start with specific times and then tweak them if you need to. What works for someone else may not work for you. And so that was kind of the strategy at the beginning. See what videos do well, maybe understand why they did well, and then try to recreate that and then go from there.
I think you called out exactly what so many people feel themselves we're our own worst enemy, our worst critic, our biggest troll online is ourselves,
Yeah.
right? At the end of the day. So what's your advice? How did you get through that? Because I know I read and I've seen that once you opened up to share your personality more, that's when your page really took off. The growth really happened. So what helped you get over that hump of judging yourself to, you know what? I'm all in. Let's go. Let's do things. Let's go all in. Let's
Yeah.
use my voice, show my face, show my personality and start having fun.
Yeah. I mean, for me personally, I just made friends, honestly, like through this community.
Mm-hmm.
So I started reaching out to people. I feel like that's the biggest thing, to not feel so alone or feel so weird about what you're doing, is to have some kind of friendship, even if it's just one person or someone that you can relate to, and reach out and say, hey, I made this video. Can you watch it? Is this weird? Do I sound fine? That to me worked really well. So I just reached out in the community, started talking to other people. That made me feel a lot more comfortable, hearing their stories and hearing them say like, yeah, I was in the same boat. You kind of just have to roll with it. And it's just, it takes time. There's not anything specific that I did to just completely change how I was acting or to feel less uncomfortable. The more you post and the more comfortable you get with even just editing your videos or, naturally talking to the camera, whatever it may be, it just takes time, like I said. So.
Yeah, and just know that you're going to be critical of yourself and then do it anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I mean, it's so hard and it doesn't matter what age you're at. I know sometimes those that are a little bit older in our community are like, oh, anyone that's young, it's easy.
All
And
right.
and it's not. It's hard for everyone. Everyone has worries. Everyone judges themselves. Everyone is concerned, has to get over that roadblock, that hurdle.
All right.
I just think it's so common. And it's something, it doesn't matter what stage of the game you're at, you're always going to have that little voice that's telling you, ooh, how am I looking on this? How am I sounding? And you got to ignore it and go anyways.
Yeah.
Right. So it's coming up a lot, and you've mentioned it twice now about times that you post. I always say when you're starting out, if that's stressful for you, that just get live, go, right? But for you, how have you determined and decided your posting plan and then be able to stick to it consistently?
Yeah. So, like I said, when I first started posting, I picked 3 times during the day. I was like, okay, I'm going to start off by posting 3 times a day, specifically Instagram. And I don't remember the times, but it was like one in the morning, one kind of midday afternoon, and then one at night. And I basically just saw, okay, these 3 videos that I posted, I'm going to post them the same time for a week straight. And out of those 3 videos, those 3 times, which time is the best one? Which one gets the most views consistently? And so it happened to be my nighttime one. So I was like, great, I'm going to keep that time. Next week, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change the morning one and the afternoon one by an hour. Maybe I was posting at 7 a.m. Now I'm going to post at 6 a.m. Maybe I was posting at 3 p.m. Now I'm going to post at 2 p.m. And I'm going to do that for a week. And out of those 2 times, which one does better? Okay, I'm going to save that one. I'm going to keep that time. And I'm going to switch my morning one. I feel like that's how I initially started doing it. But if I'm being honest now, typically what I say to do is post when you can be most engaged with your audience. So if I'm posting at 6 a.m. because, that's the best time to post, but I'm still in my bed asleep, that is not the best time to post, because I could get 100 comments on my post and I'm asleep in my bed, right? And I'm not able to engage with my followers. So to me, the best time to post is when you can be most engaged with your audience, when you're there, available, and you're ready to post on your story, comment, reply to DMs, whatever it may be. So I would say that's more so my tip now.
And Instagram, just, I think more than anywhere else, you just can't post and ghost.
Yeah.
You really do need to engage.
Yeah.
So let's dive into that. Everyone get out your paper, type on your phone, on your laptop, in your notes. What does engage on Instagram look like for you regularly?
So it's kind of like a 3-part step thing,
Mhm.
whatever you want to say. Because obviously, once you post a video, a lot of people will say, well, what happens if I don't get comments? How do I engage with my audience if I don't get comments?
Mhm.
And typically, what I say is, and I get this question a lot, like, how do I, what if I don't get comments at all? I said, well, are you asking people to comment? Like, are you
Mhm.
asking your audience to comment on your post? And if you say no, then that's your first issue right there.
Right.
People do what you tell them to do. If you tell them, hey, give me a follow at the beginning of the video, before I continue on with my video, give me a follow real quick. They're going to do it, right?
Mhm.
So, like, for example, I was talking to someone else. I was trying to explain this to them. I said, what if you have this video and it's, your 5 top tips of affiliate marketing. And at the very end of the video, you tell your audience, hey, comment below what your favorite tip was in the comments. Comment below, right? You're going to have people that are naturally going to be like, oh, tip 5 was awesome. Or someone else is going to say tip 4 was awesome, right? That's the first step. The second step is, how can you bring that to your stories? How can you engage the people on your stories that may not see your videos? So then I would say, okay, maybe you start up a little bit of a debate in your comment section, right? Then you go to your stories and you say, okay, guys, I started a little bit of debate yesterday with my video online. We got to settle this debate today. I'm going to post a poll right here. You need a comment. The top 2 tips that people were saying was tip 4 and tip 5. Which tip do you feel like is the best tip? Vote below. Now you have engagement on your stories. And not only do you have engagement on your stories, but you're going to have people that are going to come to your stories. They're going to see this and be like, oh, I'm missing out. What is this video that she's talking about? What are these tips? I must know. Now you have people that saw your story that go back to your video. And
Yep.
that's how it makes it a full circle right there.
Yep.
And that did not come naturally. Like, I didn't know that stuff, right? But, you just learn new things every single day. You find what works for you. You find what's going to bring me the most views or the most engagement. But yeah, engagement can look like very different things. It could be commenting back to people on your posts. It could be posting a question box on your stories, or putting a poll or whatever it may be on your stories. And then either bringing that back to, your direct messages or back to your posts that you had.
Right. Yeah. And even just, whatever combination, liking a comment on one day and the next day going back and replying, because then that
Yes.
person's going, wait, Bree just commented on something. What was that? And now that person has watched your video again.
Yeah. Yeah. I
And
always
more,
say
you
that.
know,
That's kind of another tip too, is like either delayed commenting or delayed liking. So if someone
Mhm.
comments on your post, reply to their comment, but then wait until the next day, post a new reel, go back and like every single one of those comments. They're going to get a notification that you liked their comment. They're going to go to it, and then they're going to see that you posted a new video.
Mhm. It's
Yep. Bringing them
huge.
back.
There's a synergy. There's a synergy with Instagram, especially. I think it's more fun with Instagram
It is.
because you have the mix of stories
Yeah.
with reels, with you can also just post to grid static posts and whatnot, that you can also then share to stories and have and really utilize what IG wants you to use. They want you to use polls in the stories. They want you to use their silly memes and different
Yep.
tools that they provide. Um, and now they see you and this account as someone that is Instagram engaged, and we're going to push out more of your content.
Right.
And it's such a beautiful synergy. But yeah, it is a little extra work, a little extra time. And you got to commit to that consistently. You can't
Right.
do it once a week and then ignore everybody for a while and just post and ghost, as I like to call it.
Right.
It's something that engagement is really ongoing for growth.
Yep.
So how do you decide what your content plan of those 3 posts a day that you're going to create? Are they different themes, different types of topics? Do you stay consistent with that, or is that a mix?
Yeah, so it's kind of always changing, but definitely the 3 videos for the day, I try to make them different. So one video could be an educational video specific to affiliate marketing, like tips and tricks, or, 3 things I wish I knew sooner, or this is how you can pick a niche, whatever it may be. So education is always great. I definitely like doing the trending audios. I think even though personally for me, my trending audio videos always get the least amount of views, they're just fun, right? And it gives your audience something fun to watch. It doesn't always have to be serious. You don't always have to be providing some kind of education tip or some kind of, side hustle or ways to make money online. You can use that trending audio and relate it to what you're doing. Those are fun for me. And that's how I keep going, honestly, is those trending audio videos. So I like to sprinkle that in there a little bit. And then another video would be, more of a side hustle video, maybe specific to affiliate marketing. Like, hey, did you know this company, this is in this niche, this company will pay you, and maybe go through some of their products or maybe go through some of their benefits that they have with their affiliate program. So more of that like side hustle, make money online type of video. Those are the 3.
Very cool. And you along the way you educate. And you're not just an affiliate marketer anymore, which I love. You also sell a digital product, correct? Like the lead magnet, so to speak, but you also have a product that way, which is cool. I love how there's this world, the digital marketing world is just massive. There's so many options and routes that you can take based off of what you're interested in and what your passion lies. And you can go back and decide to re-engage the puppies page and go all in and monetize it more. There's just so many options out there that you can take. And I know there's been some people saying, oh, I'm not learning every little detail in the $7 challenge, but it's not meant for that. The $7 challenge is, hey, how do you feel about it?
Right. That's what I say is like, that would be so overwhelming, honestly. Right? The $7 course in itself, if you don't know anything, can already be overwhelming. I don't think you would want someone to push every single little thing that you could know about a topic, right? Like you want to know the basics, the most important things. You don't want to know every single little thing about it. It could be very overwhelming for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So it's a good appetizer, as Dave likes to say, and see how you feel. And you'll also start to see the different areas of it. And you may love building funnels. I know a lot of people hate it, but there are definitely people that love building funnels, and that's actually what they go into.
Yeah.
They make that their business. There's others that fall in love with the copywriting piece and they make that their business. It's so much more as long as you're open to stepping through the open doors as they come. And I think your story, what you've done, what you are doing, where you're headed, it really is a beautiful demonstration that you are always in the mode of continue to grow, continue to learn, and try new things. And that's such an awesome thing for you to share with all of us and for everyone to really see this and what that looks like as you remain open to growth, which is so cool. So I know you are also on TikTok. What do you find is the biggest differences between those two for you?
Oh geez. I mean, TikTok in general, like you just don't have as much of that engagement. Like you don't really have the direct messages or the stories or anything. So there's less of a community with it, right? You're just kind of posting, hoping to go viral. Hopefully, your video gets pushed out. For me, I've never understood TikTok. I could post a video at 1:00 in the morning and that's my most viewed video, right? I could set like every single time I'm going to post at this exact time. I could schedule my posts and those posts will do horrible. So there's just not as much consistency. I feel like it's kind of random when it comes to TikTok. And then, like I said, you don't really have those connections or that relationship with your audience as much. My biggest thing that I've always said is I don't want to be an influencer. I'm not an influencer. I don't want you to look at me like I'm an influencer. I'm your friend. I am you. You could be me. This could be you, right? We are no different. I don't want you to feel like you're reaching out to me in my direct messages and then thinking, oh my goodness, she responded. Like, yeah, I'm going to respond because you're a human. We're the same person. Like, we're ordinary people just trying to make money, trying to do something different for our lives. So yeah, that's the biggest difference. I feel like TikTok is like, oh, you're famous, or you have a following, or you went viral. And Instagram is much more of that community for sure.
It is. And the people that really struggle on Instagram are the ones that are just treating it like TikTok.
Right. Yep.
They don't have the synergy of all the tools and the different elements that IG requires to really build that community.
Right.
But that's also where, if you go all in with Instagram, it is a fantastic place to get those raving fans that are just all in. They love everything about you because you're sharing moments of your day. You're having fun in the stories. They're seeing your personality. And I think it overall, it's just more fun in that sense, so to speak. It's easier to know how to engage, the rules of engagement with Instagram, where TikTok is you kind of posting and hopefully they grab it sometimes is what it feels like, right? So the other question coming up in the chat, you are still working a 9 to 5, correct? How are you juggling all of this? What does the day look like for Brianna?
Yeah, I've had so many people tell me on Instagram, like, you should do a day in the life. Like, we want to see what you're doing. And I was like, you want to see me sit at a desk for 9 hours? Like, I don't really do anything. No, I mean, day to day, yes, I work a 9 to 5 job. And the bad thing is I work very weird hours too. So I work 12:30 to 9 at night.
Oh, okay.
So I only have really like the morning time. Luckily I do work from home. So I work in my living room. I am a little bit higher up in my company, so I have a lot more flexibility. I can take my breaks whenever. But at the end of the day, I can't be on my phone all day. And so that is the hardest part, especially with us and what we talked about, like the whole posting and ghosting. Sometimes I have to do that. I can't sit there for 15, 30 minutes and comment back to all my messages. I have to post and then get right back to it. Right. So for me personally, I am the type of person that I always want to be doing something. I have to be doing something or else I get bored. And so for me, it's never been too much, having a full-time job and doing this, because it's just fun for me and it gives me something else to do. So, but there's things that I do have to do. For example, I have to batch my content. So that means, on one day I'm making all my videos that I'm going to post for a week, right? So I change my shirt 3 times in a day. I put my hair up differently. It looks like I'm filming on a different day. I'm not. Same exact day. So that's my Monday. So Monday is my day off from work. I work Tuesday through Saturday. So Monday, I spend a couple hours, post or filming all my videos, batching my content. And then throughout the week, all that I do is I, write my captions or I edit the video. So that's mainly what I do. But yeah, I mean, I think that's why a lot of people come to me or maybe they follow me is because of the fact that I'm still working a full-time job. And I can just show and say like, hey, you can do this. You do not have to quit your job. I wouldn't even recommend quitting your job. I've said this multiple times. I am not even going to be quitting my job. I love my job, luckily, thankfully. And you can do it. You can make it work. You just have to go all in and you have to be prepared to do it and, put work into it. This is not just going to magically happen.
Right.
It's not going to work for you. You have to work for it. You have to put in the work. So, yeah.
What I love about batching, first of all, just so you aren't worrying about videoing every day.
Yeah.
You're going to take that off your plate every day. Then you get in the zone of filming too.
Yes. Yeah.
What I also love about it that I think people overlook, you got to plan. If you got to sit down and make 20 videos, there's planning involved. And when you plan, it's more targeted. You're reaching your audience, you're getting your call to actions in line. I think the content is just better
Yeah.
overall.
Yep. Yeah,
Uh,
it's not so much on the spot. Like you don't have to come up with things. So that's typically what I do as well. Now that you mention it, like throughout the week, what I'll do is I'll maybe save some videos from other people that had a trending audio and they're in a completely different niche or they do something completely different, but maybe it sparked an interest. I'm like, oh, okay, I can relate that to affiliate marketing or I can relate that to whatever I'm doing. I'm going to save that video. Or maybe it's, a tips and tricks video and I want to put a spin on or put my own tips and tricks. Like save videos throughout the week that you can recreate. Or I have like my notes app on my phone. Sometimes I just come up with an idea, on the fly and I'm like, oh my goodness, this is a great idea. I need to write this down. Write down your ideas. Anything that comes to mind, write it down, have it prepared for your batching day so you're ready.
Yeah, I've even like see videos in other, go to other niches, see how they're using
Yes.
a trending sound
Yep.
and put your own spin on it and have fun that way.
Yep.
You know, Jessica says, I struggle with coming off salesy. You don't want to sell in every video. Otherwise, you
Yep.
will come off salesy. You want to show personality. You want to teach. You want to connect. How would you hang out with friends on a Friday night or at a barbecue or wherever that may be? What types of conversations would you have? Sometimes people ask for advice and you share advice and you need to present your content in that same way. Would you agree? What would you add to that to help?
Yeah, I mean, there's two things. With your content in general, what I tell people is if you make a mistake, leave the mistake in there. If you say a word wrong, leave it in there because you're human and then people can laugh about it. And I posted a video last night and I'm not even going to say the word because I can't pronounce it. I said a word wrong and I messaged my friend, my other affiliate friend. I said, should I delete this entire video because I said this word wrong about 5 times in the video? She's like, no, just leave it. And so I made fun of myself a little bit. I kind of played with it a little bit. And I posted on my stories and I said, guys, I'm just forewarning you. I said this word wrong about 5 times. I am openly allowing you to roast me in the comments when I post this video later. So then I posted the video.
Great engagement.
Yeah, I put it on my story. I'm like, have at it. Go ahead. The best comment wins, right? So just have fun with it. Like, don't take it so seriously. Don't be so serious. And if that's hard for you, go live. I always tell people, go live because that's where you can show your personality the most. I remember when I first did my first live video, I had a tripod all set up and I was, okay, my lighting needs to be perfect. I need to have makeup on. Now when I do lives, I have my phone in like my cabinet. I'm cooking pasta. Like, what's up, guys? What's going on? How's your day going? I talk to them like I'm just talking to a friend, right? I'm not talking to my audience or my followers or whatever. Maybe there's one person in my life. I'm like, what's going on? How's it hanging? What you doing? I'm just, cooking my pasta over here. It doesn't have to be so serious. It doesn't have to be a whole production, right? So, yeah.
Back to you're human and you want to relate to your audience as I'm the same person as you. You can do this.
Yeah.
It would be very different if you were like being served with maids and walking to your Lamborghini.
Yeah.
Like people wouldn't necessarily relate to you.
Yeah.
You'd be drawing in a different audience, that's for sure.
Yeah.
And it would be really different. I think it was Aubrey posted that she's did a bunch of batching of videos and has deleted most of them because she goes back and rewatch. Stop deleting your videos. Post.
Yes. Even after you post, don't delete a video. It could have one view on it. So for example, my very first viral video, the first 2 weeks, it only had a couple hundred views, and that is my most viewed video. After 2 full weeks is when it blew up, and that is what set everything off. I could have gone back, I could have deleted it, and I would have never known, right? Yeah. Don't delete it.
It's just, it almost teaches, I never want you to delete anything, quite honestly, once you've posted it, because it does hurt your algorithm. Because it alerts the platform.
Right.
They might be doing something shady.
Right.
So we need to not push their content out. So don't delete videos after you've posted. roll with it. I love how Brianna shared, yeah, this one had a mistake. I posted it, and then we're going to talk about it and call myself out in the stories and increase my engagement even
Yeah.
more because I'm freaking human.
Yeah.
And I make mistakes, you make mistakes, we all make mistakes. Let's enjoy it, let's laugh about it, and let's move on from it, which is
Right.
freaking beautiful. I love it. How has your partner responded to this? I know he's crazy busy with med school. He's gone a lot, but how has he responded to you going down this path?
Fine, I guess. I mean, like I said, we kind of created our dog's Instagram page together, and he was the one that really pushed it. Like, he was like, yo, like, there's people reaching out, maybe we can make money from this. I think you should really like do it. So he's super supportive. I don't think he understood this aspect of it. Like, I don't even think he understood that was, a part of affiliate marketing, or that's kind of down the same line.
Yeah.
But no, he knows, and he knew from the start that if I was going to do this, I was going to be successful with it, because that's just my personality. I'm going to go 100% all in, and I'm going to work on it until I can find success from it. And so he's always been a great supporter, and he understands it a lot more now. Like, he tells his family and his friends, like, yeah, my wife, she's an affiliate marketer. It's pretty cool.
I love that. Awesome. I always have to ask, because there's always an interesting story when we bring in partners into it, for sure.
Yeah.
And yes, your mindset is spot on, everyone. It's all in.
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to Instagram really quick. Where do you create your videos? Because you edit everything in IG?
Yeah, so I used to do the whole thing like, okay, I'm gonna create, if I'm posting on TikTok, I'm gonna create the video in TikTok and put the captions on it in TikTok, and then recreate the video completely in Instagram and do it in Instagram. Then I went down the line of CapCut, which CapCut is great, honestly. But again, you want to make things the easiest that you can, the most simple that you can. If you can do everything in one app, do it. Right. So I make everything in Instagram. I edit everything, captions, everything. And then if I decide to repost it to TikTok, then I just repost it. It's not a big deal. I don't worry too much about the fact that it was created in Instagram and TikTok's going to know and whatever. Right. Yeah.
At some point, some of those little things we got to just release and go.
Yeah.
We can't let it be the barrier to where we're not taking action.
Exactly. And that's the thing, is for me, it became too much. I was like, I can't keep making things in TikTok and then trying to make it in Instagram. And it was just way too much. And I would have absolutely gotten burnt out if I was still trying to do that. So
yeah, definitely. It's really important to understand that burnout stage of, okay, this is feeling overwhelming. What can I adjust? And sometimes it is just, you know what? I'm going to post the video that I made on Instagram on TikTok, and we're going to call it.
Yeah.
And because that's better than being overwhelmed and now not posting at all. And now you haven't posted or shown up at all on your platform in 3, 5, 7, 10 days, and it's growing because you don't want to have to recreate. If something is causing you to stop, look at that, back up, and find that comfort zone where you can take action regularly. For sure. And I think you found that. And that's really what you described, how you juggle it with your 9 to 5, is you found the system that works with your schedule, that works for you. And everyone has to find their own of what works for them. I know yesterday I spoke with a member, and she has all the energy in the world at 6 a.m., even though most of her followers are on at 9 p.m. But that's when she goes live, and that's when she feels the most productive. So that's what she does it.
Right.
It doesn't matter. It's better to do that than not at all.
Yeah.
Which I think is huge. All right. So what I want to leave you with the last word. There was so much in this interview. If you missed any of this, please go back. I know that text message came in crazy late today. I'm not sure why, but it definitely came in late. So a lot of people missed the beginning. But go back, rewatch this interview. Brianna, what do you have to share? What advice can you give for anyone just starting out? Either they're just started in the challenge or they're thinking about starting the challenge and going down this journey. What's your advice for them?
Maybe a few things. My first thing is if you're in the challenge still, complete it, right? I mean, there's so many people that start it and they get to day 2 or even day 10 and there's like, maybe I shouldn't continue, or they have their own reason to stop. And I said, you paid the money, just complete it. You never know if you're on day 10 and you're about to give up, you don't know what day 11 could bring. It could be that one day could change everything for you, right? Like if you paid for it, just complete it. So that'd be the first thing. And then the second thing is, and this is what I tell a lot of people as well, it's fine to take the course and it's fine to, complete it, but don't start your accounts, don't start your affiliate marketing until you can be 100% present and 100% all in. And I know I said that earlier and I'll say it again. If you're not ready, then don't start it. It's okay. You can take the course and maybe a month later, that's when you're ready, right? But if you're not able to be consistent from the very beginning, I personally, that's just my opinion, I wouldn't start. I wouldn't do it until you can be, all in for it. And then the last thing is it's scary, right? Like we talked about, it's hard. Like I was so scared. I was like, oh my goodness, people, my friends are going to see this, or maybe my coworkers are going to see it. I will say my manager has seen my videos. She follows me on TikTok. She knows all about it. But it's okay. And if that makes you scared, when you create your Instagram account, go in and block every one of your friends, block every single person so they can't see you. Like it's fine, right? But do it scared, right? It's going to be scary, but you just have to do it scared. You have to go in and just conquer your fears, right?
You do. And man, it's so freaking beautiful on the other side when you do.
Right.
It just is. Your confidence boosts. You have a whole new outlook on yourself, on your life, on your future. You just got to go through the mud and push yourself out of that little comfort zone.
Right.
Yeah. Well, this has been a fantastic interview. I really appreciate you taking time to meet with us and share all of your tips, your experience, and all of that good stuff. And you definitely need to come back in the future. So thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
All right, everyone, please go give Brianna a follow on Instagram at Make Money W Bree. So it's with Bree, but it's just the W, and Bree is BRI. So, and it's all connected, no dots, no spaces, no hyphens, no underscores. Make Money W Bree. Go give her a follow, check out her stuff, comment, let her know that you saw her interview on Wake Up Legendary. And as always, we will be back tomorrow with another guest, another student, another story, and another tidbit of inspiration to help you keep going. As always, stay legendary, everyone. Peace.